happened to...
Why do you think they're doing this to us?
I don't know.
Because we summoned those demons. Nita, I'm sure our families are worried.
My fault, y'all. I be on the anime binge out this world. This is the Josie Fuller Show. Hey. Welcome to the Josie Fuller Show. Hey. Josie and the Pussycats. I lost my pussycats. Oh no. Josie, no pussycats. Damn, that's crazy. Anyway.
Oh, what's going on?
Everything we think we know is full of shit. It's all bullshit. Like, it's not complete, utter, and useless bullshit because we use it to survive right now. Like, to this very moment. Like, everything's a work in process. Work in progress in process. Or work in progress. Or work in process to see progress. Or work in progress to pretty much develop the process to see better progress or progress, however you want to say it. Enunciation. We know linguistics. You might think that I'm just saying shit or babbling, but no, I'm calling you on your bluff. All of your bullshit. You know it all. You can pull books out and, you know, degrees and doctrines all out the wazoo, yet you still don't understand the concept of all things being all things, and that shit just puzzles me. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to take away from any content creators, teachers, people who like soul searching or like to enlighten people, because I like to I like enlightening those who need enlightening. Like, the people I'm meant to teach will come to me. The people who I'm meant to learn from will also come to me. Like, the lessons, everything will come to you. Like, we talked about it one time. And my cousin said something very, very pivotal to one of my actual thoughts of, like, you ever seen that video where it's just a guy, they have these music videos where it's like moving fast and it's going like through the scene. You like in the middle of the street and then it fast forwards and you only see the scene in front. You don't see the person standing there. Or matter of fact, you remember the movie Lucy? Like when she actually went into her ascended Lucy phase and she went as far back. Everything was in the present, in the now. She went as far back as the prehistoric ages to meet the ancestors. So look, check me out. When we bring it in the present day, you don't move. You're stationary. You don't move at all. Everything really just comes to you. It's like one of those balls where the piece is just sitting on top. And, you know, the piece doesn't move, but the ball moves. And wherever the ball moves, that's technically where the piece is. Or wherever you can turn the graph of the board. It doesn't matter whether you want to call it a flat or, you know, round, spherical. None of that shit actually matters until you're outside of it. Because that's when you get to see a bigger picture of some shit that you're just imagining. Like, for all of the true astronauts out there, those people that actually went up and go to space and get to see it, shout outs to you, kudos, you've stepped out. This is what God feel like. Or at least when you're able to see planets and shit up close and personal with your eyes. I'm pretty sure there are certain stars and heavenly bodies that when you're outside of the Earth's orbit, or the actual Earth's orbit, and with the conversation was that we were on the Earth's crust, that we wasn't inside the Earth, and that the only way you could be protected from what's going on outside is to be inside the Earth. Well, this all has layers. Like, it's not just Earth. Earth has this atmosphere, which is also Earth. It's also a playing field of Earth. It's like the firmament. People keep asking me about the firmament. They want to, like, what is the firmament? What is the firmament? Well, what is firmament? What is firmament? What is firm? Firm is like a firm grip on things, or, you know, this table is sturdy, it's firm. It's firm. It's energy or physical energy that is firm. It can be firm. Play-Doh is freaking firm. Firm is Play-Doh. It's soft, but it's firm. It can be molded. It can hold its shape, its form. It's like, Water. Water is liquid. It's soft, sometimes kind of not really, but it's you can go through it. You can put your hand through it until you freeze it. Then it becomes so hard you can't even punch through it. You get what I'm saying? That's firmament. That's literally what I'm saying. Like, only way you're gonna understand this is if you allow your mind to understand it. That the firmament is the breaking down of the molecular structure of things. This is when God becomes scientific. And most people can't necessarily just accept it all because we've been separated in our doctrines. It's like, yo, I can't be biblical and I can't respect the science of life at the same time. That's crazy. The science in the Bible. I don't really know how to tell you what a cubit is besides telling you measure that shit 14 by 14 cubits. So that should tell you that somebody's using mathematical equations that your puny mind, unless you're a scientist, just can't fathom. Distance between stars, astronomical units. AUs. Go figure. Talk about a mile. Imagine if you had to walk 1 AU to get to the grocery store. Just 1 AU. That's an astronomical unit. You don't even know what the fuck that is. You're like, you don't realize you gotta walk to the fucking moon to get to the store. That's like 1 astronomical unit away from the earth. It's like what, 60 or 70 something thousand miles, maybe 500,000. I'm not really sure. You got to go look it up yourself and find out. This is why this is about all the things we think we know. Like, flat earthers, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. If we believe in anything but a flat pizza or pita bread or flat surface of a table or flat surface of the earth, you know, the surfaces of the earth, the portions of it that could qualify is flat, that we are actually able to stand up on. That means we stand up on a flat surface. You know what I'm saying? Like, technically, it's nothing's down here is flat. It's all geologically mapped out. It's lumpy as fuck down here. It's like you got to create a flat surface down here. Like, you got to literally create a flat world. You can't necessarily say the world's flat, we'll put a dome over it. Okay. All right. We are gonna suffocate in this bitch. Oh, never mind. Meanwhile, this shit called CO2, the gas of life, is causing freaking global warming. I don't know how we're breathing and causing global warming. Animals and shit are breathing. Plant more trees then, nigga. Ain't that what the trees eat? I mean, shit. I used to do like pay attention in class and be like, photosynthesis. Yo, we breathe out. We inhale oxygen, H2O. Whatever plant life is within the area takes in the carbon dioxide, CO2. Plant life, which is us too, can't survive without CO2. Damn. When CO2 levels drop, we notice there's a shortage in crops. When CO2 levels rise, we notice that we have more crops, new fruit, new harvests, all sorts of shit. Like, it seems like nature starts to try to take back the earth. When CO2 levels rise, we have more fish. You know, CO2 levels dropped in the ocean and the fish went bye-bye. So, you know, that's just something that this things that we think we know. We think we know who the president is going to be. Technically, we don't. This shit is like rolling dice. Technically, now, check me out. Either or could throw us into a dictatorship or into a world of fuckery. You can't complain about shit you don't know about yet. You have to just go with it. Look, show your ass up. I'm going to vote. You going to vote. Whoever the freak ends up president is going to be president. I won't spaz, bar, wig, ape shit because I got to go to work probably that day. I'm going to be real with you. I probably got to go to work that day. Unless they letting all government jobs, all federal jobs not go to work, then that means I'm off because I got a federal job. I'm good. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I ain't going to work on inauguration day on any of them. Nigga, bye. Holiday. Oh, God, I just realized I got a federal job. I'm good. And when those times when they be like, yo, so the government shutting down all federal jobs, so this going to be my off day, and this might be a paid holiday. I got to see how the hell that shit works. But, you know, besides that, you know, look, man, shout out to the people who get it. Shout out to you. Kudos. Living your dream, your best life, learning how to capitalize on that best life. Knowing and accepting Lion King is your overall definition of the circle of life. Lion King, they put it right in your face right there. In the circle of life, you'll more than likely come back at some grass and then evolve the stations to become another intelligent, sentient being. It's how the hell it goes, you know. Single cell organisms, reincarnations, soul, energy. If a soul doesn't technically disappear, then what the freak do you think it goes? Look, we know that humankind is very intelligent. Very, very intelligent. We're capable of anything within inside physics, I guess, which is basically our physical realm of things making sense, like, you know, the sun rotating around the earth. And check me out, to be honest with you, I'm an in-betweener. Some days I wake up and the earth is flat. Not really. I never wake up and the earth is flat. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I wake up and I realize we're not 2D characters. So then I'd be like, okay, it's 3D. It's all 3D shit. It's all 3D. And in 3D worlds, nothing is really flat. I mean, yeah, you pretty much just sit up a 2D. You know how, like, this is what I like about mankind. We know so much shit. We try to make everything make sense. Even the shit that we shouldn't even just worry about. Like, why the fuck should we care? Like, do you know your job? You know how to do your job? Do you know how to do your job? Like, really? Like, what's your job? Like, what is it? What do you do? If you work at Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Little Caesars, or any other pizza places, you know, Midnight, Moonlight Pizza, Express, Pizza Inn, any pizza place, you know. I like Edgewood Pizza. If you're not from Atlanta, you know, I mean, if you don't live in Atlanta or you're not from Atlanta, never been there, you're just not gonna know what I'm talking about. They got some cool pizza. It's good shit, good atmosphere. But anyway, how many managers, actual GMs in this world actually know how to make pizza? Now look, how many GMs at the hardware store actually know anything about hardware? How many top owners or GMs or managers that do the job at McDonald's and actually have flipped a fucking burger? Like, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of y'all. How many chefs don't cook? That's what I'm telling you. Like, it's like you gotta cook it yourself, and that's what we're doing. And if you don't understand that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm in whole other planes and levels of existence that are like out the world, and you're gonna call me crazy, and I'm not gonna care because you believe in fictional shit, and I see everything for face value of everything that's in front of me, complete on all senses, and that's within my awakeness or super awareness or my human awareness, being aware that this can on the table, it's a can. It doesn't matter if it's a simulation, it's drink in there. I can drink it, it's physical, it's gonna fill me up, I'm gonna piss it out later. I can see things like that. I'm talking right now. I'm carrying on a conversation. I believe in shit like that. Not that I'm seeing things or hearing things and that's the only way for me to actually believe in it. I'm just saying, I see things and hear things. The frequency that I'm seeing it and hearing it at just ain't the same frequency you're seeing and hearing it at. You're gonna have to adjust your dial, because I'm not gonna adjust mine. The game is not the, you know, dumb down. It's to smarten up, like enlighten yourself. Like, so some points of enlightenment, you might even seem crazy. Like, it's like once you realize like you're enlightened on a level of this, you know, science, you know that there are particles within our atmosphere that actually help shield, cool down and protect the earth from harmful solar activity or anything that's like microscopic or unseen by a naked eye, or anything that we can't actually physically see. Like the objects that we can't see that aren't big enough to impale the earth, those particles actually shield us from it. The ozone layer, there's stories. This is why I was like, it was so easy for me to buy into the Anunnaki shit, because when I read the books, and you know, I ain't gonna lie, I read maybe like some of it, like the translations. Keep in mind, this is translation. I can't read that shit. You know what I'm saying? So in translating it, I don't even want to put the time into it. I just wanted to know something. Like I like to know shit. Like I'm a know it all. Like I like to know shit. I don't even know nothing. That's the fucked up part about it. Like anyway, you read that story. I mean, this is the Zechariah Ascension one, which if you actually are able to come across a translated version of any of the Emerald tablets, it's gonna baffle you. I'm gonna be real with you. I want to read that hidden knowledge book. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna peep into it. It's probably like a repeat of most of the shit that I've actually read in my life, which is cool. It's cool because you gotta understand. Like when I read the Bible, and then when fast forward, like I read like part of the Quran, maybe like half of it, and I was like, it's damn near the same book. I don't know if anybody realizes this, but anyway, and then like I came across these other books, and I don't really want to say all the names because most of them I forget them. That's my point in insanity, knowing so much shit, and most of the stuff you'll never forget. I promise you, randomly, because I've actually seen dementia in action. People actually reach back into past experiences that they actually experienced in their life during dementia, during the actual outbursts. And when you get to Alzheimer's, the shit that they be talking about, imaginary things, we be thinking they crazy, but it be experiences that they done had, whether watching it on the television or watching it through their eyes or actually going through the situation themselves. Like my grandma kept saying, I want to go home. I figured out that she wanted to go home to the house that she was raised in, and I was right. But you know what I'm saying, like we kept telling her, you are home, mama, you home, you at your house. Like that's my whole point. Like, and even with some things like dementia, you may even start remembering a whole nother life. Like I'm talking about 4, 5 lifetimes back. You calling a motherfucker Barnola, and you like they like, who the hell is Barnola? Like the freak is Barnola? Like it's somebody that ain't even real in this lifetime. Like, but this is letting you know things are so much realer, and you've been lied to. Like you know things, but you don't know shit at all. Like besides the regular rudimentary. That's why I respect Terrence Howard for that shit. Cause how the freak do we know to trust this mathematics? That's his whole point. That's my whole point behind it. Like technically, if I go back and bust down that, okay, break it down. 1 + 1 = 2. Okay, boom. 2 × 2 = 4. Okay. 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 2 = 4. So technically, if I was to say 1 × 1, in my mind it's telling me 1. 1 × 1 is just 1. But if that's the case, then I didn't add anything. I didn't even multiply anything. There's no multiplier. So it doesn't make sense. So I can actually understand where Mr. Terrence Howard is coming from. And in the universal scale of mathematics, like, when it comes down to man and a woman getting together, you got one individual and you got another individual, which is 1 and 1. They come together, they have twins, they got 4 kids. Or they come together, they got 1 kid. That's 3. And shoot, some people have triplets. There was like a lady in the news that had 10 kids. God bless that lady. You, but God, you the truth, bitch. Anyway, there's one lady that had like 10 kids back in the day when I was coming up. I couldn't wait to say that shit. But and I'm thinking to myself at that moment, 1 + 1 became 2, because there ain't no extra bodies in this whole equation unless some of them kids wasn't his. But then we trying to figure out, how did that even happen, my nigga? So anyway, bring it back. It's so many different things for you to question, and if you can question that, you can question everything that was sitting on your plate. And if you don't, then you don't even want to know the truth behind your own waking up in the morning. You just want to just say, you know what? I don't want to blame my waking up on physics and the fact that I actually want to be here and I'm here and that the light just didn't distinguish. Maybe it's God, maybe it ain't. Who the fuck knows? Who cares? Do we really care? Do we really want to know? This shit gets so deep. Sometimes you got to be like, I'm going to just give it to God. I can understand people when they hit that point where they be like, well, shoot, let me make sure I'm giving it to the right God. Wait a minute. You guys don't understand how real that one statement was. To have to make sure you're giving something to the right God implies that there are multiple gods in a world where there's only one God. So look, I want y'all to actually think about any negative comments you got to say. Keep that shit to yourself, okay? I'm going to give you some positive energy, all right? This was just a bunch of babble to think on. If you rock with me, rock with me. New music out, Spotify, Amazon, iTunes. I fuck with y'all.